The Adventures of Jumong. The escape nobody noticed. For most of my life, I thought freedom would feel dramatic. I thought there would be a moment, a finish line, a breakthrough, something that would finally tell me, you made it. But the longer I paid attention, the stranger the truth became. Because the people who escaped rarely looked like escapees. Most of them looked completely ordinary.
For a long time, life felt predictable. The same mornings, the same responsibilities, the same pressure, the same cycle, repeating over and over again. Wake up, work, pay bills, recover, repeat, and, because everyone around you is doing the same thing, it feels normal.
But one day, I started asking myself a dangerous question. If I continue doing this for another 10 years, where exactly am I going?
The strange thing about the rat race is that it doesn't look like a trap at first. It looks like progress, a promotion, a bigger paycheck, a nicer lifestyle, a better image. But sometimes, the paycheck grows faster than the freedom. The lifestyle grows faster than the options. And before you realize it, you've built a life that becomes expensive to maintain. Not because you're rich, because you're dependent. While most people were optimizing appearances, some people were quietly building skills, systems, assets, archives, knowledge, things that continued working long after the work itself was finished.
And the strange thing was, nobody noticed, because real builders spend very little time looking successful. They're usually too busy building.
Most people imagine freedom as a dramatic event, a resignation letter, a celebration, a public announcement, a victory post. But freedom rarely arrives like that. It arrives quietly. One bill becomes less stressful. One emergency becomes manageable. One source of income becomes 2, then 3. Then a system starts carrying weight that used to live on your shoulders, and life, quietly, becomes lighter.
At some point, I realized something. The biggest difference wasn't money. The biggest difference was options. The option to wait. The option to walk away. The option to think clearly. The option to say no.
And once options arrive, fear starts losing influence over your decisions. This is the part nobody talks about. When you quietly escape the rat race, nobody throws a party. Nobody notices. Nobody posts about it. Nobody congratulates you. The world keeps moving exactly the way it always has.
But internally, everything changes because you're no longer reacting to life. You're starting to design it. Eventually, you stop measuring success through other people. You stop comparing chapters. You stop chasing validation. You stop treating life like a scoreboard. And instead, you start asking a better question. What kind of life am I actually trying to build?
Because once freedom becomes the goal, everything starts changing. The funny thing about escaping the rat race is that almost nobody notices when it happens, because real progress rarely looks dramatic. Real progress looks like patience. Real progress looks like consistency. Real progress looks like systems quietly working in the background. The world sees money. Builders see freedom. The world sees assets. Builders see options. The world sees numbers. Builders see ownership of time.
Build assets. Create options. Preserve chapters. Preserve what matters before it is forgotten. Because freedom rarely arrives all at once. It arrives one decision at a time. One system at a time. One chapter at a time. This is The Adventures of Jumong. Same Jumong, different adventure. And I'll see you in the next chapter.